Welcome back. Many Canadians across the country marked Louis Riel Day on Monday. It's a day that holds special significance for Canada's Métis people. It's an opportunity to remember the Métis political leader and founder of the province of Manitoba, and also to reflect on what it means to be Métis today. And for a young girl, this was a chance to share her culture with Canadians through social media.
Hi, I'm Rosie, and I'm Métis. Most of my friends don't know what that means. Here's what I tell them. The Métis people started when a bunch of guys called the Voyageurs came here to the prairies to work the fur trade. Along the way, they met the First Nation people who had lived here for thousands of years. They helped the Voyageurs in their travels. Sometimes the Voyageurs even married some of the First Nation women. Their babies were a mix of both cultures.
So cute. And that is 6-year-old Rosie. And as you may have guessed, she is quite the history buff. The video was posted by the National Centre for Truth and Reconciliation at the University of Manitoba. And now it has over 19,000 views on Instagram and many more on Facebook. And joining me to talk about this video and the significance of November 16th is the star of the video herself, 6-year-old Rosie Darling, and her mom, Denise. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having us, Chris.
It's so nice to see you. Rosie, I want to start with you, sweetheart. You know so many things about Métis culture. What was it like for you making the video?
It was really exciting.
Why is that?
Because I really like doing it, and I really like teaching kids other stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I learned a lot of stuff, too, and I liked watching it. Denise, how did you and Rosie get involved with the project?
Yeah, so I worked for a production company, Wookiee Films, here in Winnipeg, and we were approached by the National Centre for Truth and Reconciliation and around Orange Shirt Day to put together a piece about being Métis and what that means. We were just one of many Indigenous filmmakers across Canada who were approached, so it was really exciting to get to be part of. And so we thought, what better way to share kind of our take on what it means to be Métis than to have Rosie teach it.
When I see a video or picture of my nieces and nephews and it gets a few likes, I get excited. But seeing your daughter have 19,000 views on Instagram, I mean, what was that like as a mother to see that kind of reaction?
It's pretty crazy, for sure. I mean, I think she's pretty cute, but, you know, I'm super biased. But yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that the reaction has been so good and that it's been shared and viewed, just because I think the message is super important, and I really hope that it's helpful and educational to people who see it.
Well, and she's a real expert. Has this been something that you've cultivated in her for a long time, or was Rosie kind of learning as she went along?
I think she definitely got a lot out of the learning for this piece. She knows that she's Métis, and she knew that that's our culture. But I think we're both sort of learning together. You know, I didn't grow up necessarily raised Métis in any sort of way. It's just something that we're learning together as we go, and what it means to us. So, yeah.
Rosie, how about for you? What was your favorite fact that you got to teach people about Métis culture?
That the Métis people got together and they
came here to work the fur trade. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, and I really liked that they were singing songs, because I really like to sing.
Yeah, and I saw you doing a little bit of the jig there as well in the video.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
we still
forget
have to learn a lot of that. Rosie's grandpa and grandma were big jiggers, so we have to learn a little bit from them, I think, or watch some videos of them from a long time ago.
My favorite part of doing it was when I was hiding under that table.
Yeah,
you know what? I think that was one of my favorite parts as well. We were just talking about that here a few seconds ago. It was very cute and fun. Denise, I'm curious, one of the other things that stood out to me is when Rosie was kind of paraphrasing the Métis culture as a roller coaster ride, because there have been certainly difficult and very sad times, especially when she was talking about the shame generation of the loss of identity and culture for Métis people. these are definitely sad and difficult things to talk about with our kids, but obviously an important thing to do as well. So why do you think it's so important for us to not look away and to kind of lean into this and to talk about this stuff even with our kids?
I think the kids are definitely, they take in more than we give them credit for. And I think that understanding the challenges that different cultures and generations have gone through helps us understand who we are today. And so I don't think we need to shy away from teaching them those things. Obviously, there's different ways and there's age-appropriate ways. But I think it's important to not shy away from some of the maybe more tough parts of our history, because it just helps to create more understanding.
It also helps, I suppose, to not repeat history as well. What are you hoping that people will take away from the video as they see it?
I hope that they take away, definitely a better understanding of kind of the road that the Métis people have walked in this province and in Canada in general. And also maybe just take away a little bit of kindness and treating each other with respect and helping, I guess, just helping people understand each other better.
Very sweet. How about you, Rosie? What's the number one thing you're hoping that people are going to take away when they watch your video?
Feel good?
Yeah, to feel good.
Yeah. And learn a little bit more about what it means to be Métis.
Well, that is a great message, and I hope a lot of Canadians are listening, because you guys had a great message in that video, and we're so glad that you could join us on this Saturday.
Thank you so much.
The baby at the end of the Métis story is Mama.
Oh yeah, that was me in that picture.
Yeah, that's right. People are going to need to watch your full video in order to find out what you're talking about there, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that is Denise Darling and her daughter, who is, of course, a very darling little girl. That is Rosie Darling, joining us from Winnipeg.